chickens. I'm gonna need the tractor. Hey everybody, welcome back to Creekside, Homestead, Alaska. It's that time of year. We are putting a garden to bed, so to speak. Getting everything cleaned up, getting ready for winter. We're full-fledged, well, fall's pretty much over. Winter is right behind it. But anyway, I'm getting all the raised beds amended. And I'm gonna put them away for the winter. Just want to show you guys what we do this time of year to basically prep the garden for next year. One of the main things we do is we amend the all the soil now, and then turn it over in the spring, and get the compost and ash and whatever we put in it turn it over. But just a short video, show you what we do to get ready for next year. Lots to do. I'll take you along with me for as much as I can remember to film. But all right, first thing we're gonna do, well, I'm gonna continue to do, is amend the beds with our compost. Compost came out really good this year. Still lots of sticks and stuff, but I don't sift it, mainly because I don't have any reasonable way to do that. So there's gonna be sticks and rocks and stuff in it, and I'll pick them out by hand when I see them. Whoop, watch out, chicken. But it doesn't hurt to growing. I don't know, I guess I average a couple of inches. Did you find the carrots? Average a couple of inches of compost in the beds. The compost looks really good this year. I do work hard to make it look good. I'm learning more and more about what I need to do to make it as usable as possible. Main thing is keep it cooking. You want to cook it, well, you let it cook, and that'll kill the seeds and keep you from having a bunch of weeds in it. It breaks it down really good. And what's left over is all the vitamins and minerals that your plants need. This is a mixture of straw from the goat pen, which includes goat manure, urine, whatever they do in there, chicken manure, grass clippings from the yard, leaves, organic stuff from the house, food waste, eggshells, you name it, it's in here. And it looks really good. Oh, rabbit manure also. Had a couple neighbors had a whole bunch of rabbits, and they were moving, and they needed to get all the rabbit pens cleaned up. And that was a win-win. I help them clean them and I get a lot of free manure. And you talk to some people, they'll tell you rabbit manure is the secret to great onions. I'd believe it. We had a good onion harvest this year and we did have rabbit manure in there. So this is all staying right now. Our Brussels are actually growing. And this bed needs to be pulled, recycled. The beds in here and the pots or bags have all been amended. This year I did put a bunch of ash from the wood stove in the beds, then topped them with our compost. I might put some bone meal in there, but we also, I might not need that. I buried a fish head in each one of the beds deep. And that's just, we just saved some fish heads from our fishing trip this year. And I've heard great things about burying fish carcasses underneath your tomatoes or what have you. So we're gonna give it a run, and then next year if we'll save more fish heads, carcasses, etc. And we'll bury them in every bed and see what works. But it's sound advice because I know there's a guy in Australia that I watch, Self-Reliant Me or something to that effect. You look it up. Anyway, I was watching him. He buries all kinds of carcasses in his garden. His garden's amazing now. He's in Australia, so you know weather's a factor. But we're gonna give it a try. It's makes sense. It's gonna give you nitrogen. The bones are gonna give you your calcium, phosphorus. There'll be magnesium, all kinds of stuff in there. And like I said, I only buried one head in each bed because that's all I had. We'll see if it works. You know, we'll continue to do it. But I'm always looking for new ways of amending our garden to keep the organics up. One of the ways is when you put the garden to bed for the year, just leave the door open, and then our little fertilizers will come in here, help fertilize while they get some healthy greens. Because we're going to throw those leaves in there with them anyway. But anyway, so that's what I've done so far. I'm going to finish this up and bring you along to the next stage. Stalks, the bottom of the stalks with the root balls, these are all brassicas. They don't break down very easily, so I usually just toss them in the woods. But this is all the tops that were left over after we've harvested everything we're going to harvest. I'll throw this in the compost pile, and of course the check-ons will eat most of it. You can see they've already been over here taking opportunity, but they will eat on it while then I'll mix it in with the rest of the compost. circulating that. On that. So it's been a couple of days of working in the garden, getting it put to bed for the winter. We try hard to get it ready now, so that when the spring hits, we have so much going on that it's one less thing to worry about. All we have to do is turn these beds over, and they're ready to go. So you can see they are amended. So I basically pulled all the grass and weeds and stuff out of them, raked them up, and then put a good layer of compost on top. Also put some ash from the wood stove in there. And then what we'll do in the spring is the ones that'll have anything that has a root vegetable, basically, we'll get bone meal. There's a reason I don't put the bone meal in now, and there she is. River, you want to say hi? So if I put bone meal in now, so the other thing is we leave the garden open so the chickens can come in here, scratch, do their thing, do a little bit more fertilizing. But because it's open, if I left bone meal in here, somebody tends to try to eat it all. So can't do that. So anyway, that's this part. And then over here for the other greenhouse, we just left the bags with the soil in them and covered with a tarp. And it's just the tarp's just there to hopefully keep the weather from destroying the bags. And then I already showed you the greenhouse, which also serves as a storage. The compost, I've got probably just enough ready compost. It's kind of hard to tell how much is there, but probably about another 3 tractor bucket full loads. But I have just enough of that left to I have the one little bed to amend yet, and then I'll put a little bit of compost in each bag to amend them. And then of course we got the next one going. I'm getting ready to, my next task today is to clean out the goat pen and get it ready for our long winter. I may actually have to clean it out one more time before it starts getting really cold. It's just been such a warm October. This is the bed on the side. This is where we had a bunch of brassicas that did okay-ish, not really good. This is where we had the potatoes that did okay, but they're amended. This is all ready to go. I'll probably put more soil on top because it needs a little bit more dirt, a little bit more. It needs to be a little deeper, and I need to get it even looser than it was. So I'll put probably a little bit more peat, some perlite, and topsoil. Getting topsoil this time of year is difficult at best because it's so wet. So I'm waiting for a dry day or two, see if maybe I can get some topsoil to at least have it on hand. But anyway, that's the update on getting ready for the winter. I'm gonna do the goat pen today, get it cleaned out. Ciao, goat. This is the easiest way to clean this out. I'll just start shoveling straw and hay and poop and all that into the bucket. Take it straight over to the compost bin. It's the easiest way I've found to do it. Work smarter, not harder, right? Yeah, so cleaning the goat paddock out is not a huge deal. The way I have it set up, there's sand underneath everything to help drain it. I might put more sand up closer to this tree, but anyway, I just basically shovel or rake it out and throw it in the compost bin, and then I'll show you how I finish it up. Pretty much a mucky mess right now. For some reason, our chickens, the 3 that live in this area, they decide to roost on top of the goat box, even though we have a couple of coops in here with roosting bars in them. So they pretty much do this just to piss me off. I have to do this about once a month, sometimes more often depending on how much it's rained. Gets pretty bad when it stays soaking wet. In case you ever wonder, these little goats are some wasteful creatures. They'll pull out the hay that they may not prefer to get to the hay they do prefer, and they just waste it, throw it everywhere. So when they're not kidding or in milk, we just give them the cheap hay, Timothy, and then we give them some supplements too. But yeah, so not as much waste because it's all the same. When they're kidding, we'll supplement. We'll give them some alfalfa, not a lot, but it's supposed to be a little bit better for them. Don't want to, well, from what I understand, you don't want to give them 100% alfalfa because it'll make them fat. I know I just talked about how wet it's been, but a lot of that hay is really dry, and in order for it to compost good, you got to keep it moist. So put a bunch of that dry stuff in there, and I'll just get a bucket full of water and dump it on top, get another load of hay, etc., etc. Been trying to get these chickens to use this latest coop that we built, insulated it and everything, so at least they're laying in it. If you let this go too much or too long, it'd be way more difficult, because it'll start composting and get real thick at the bottom, heavier. So I try not to let it go too long. In the winter though, we'll let it go, shoot, 2-3 months, about 2 months, 2.5 months, clean it out. But try to keep it deep bed method going. And well, I think I only clean it out once in the dead of winter. One, it'll compost and it'll give off a little bit of heat. Not that they really need it, but it will. And then the spring's the big clean out. Woo! I tell you, that's a workout. So early on, really early on, when we had to separate the chickens. Oh, anyway, had to or not, we did. This was their nesting box, and I'll tell you one thing, they loved it. They share it. we'd have 3 eggs a day in there. Had the little half moon lid on the front just to keep the straw and stuff in. But anyway, we're trying to get them to use the other coop, so we're gonna take this out to put some stall dry down. Stuff's amazing. Keeps it from, or neutralizes the ammonia, but it helps keep it dry in the box in this area for the most part. I mean, obviously when the parts that get rained on, you can't do anything about. But stuff works real good. It never smells like real strong of ammonia in here, and it does keep it dry. It's got diatomaceous earth in it, and I don't know, a couple of things. It's all natural stuff. It's called stall dry. Yeah. No, this is a goat-free area. Anyway, this is the stuff. Okay. Works great. Use it every time I clean it out. Hey, no. You know, I just can't with you two. Come on. Get out of here. Every time. You ever want to get a goat to do something you want them to do? Tell them not to do it. This time of year, we're starting to use the non-compressed straw. A little better insulator. Hey, you know what? No, come on. A little better insulator for the winter. They don't appreciate it though. They'll pretty much try to kick it all out, but I have a solution for that too. So I take this door off in the summer because they don't need it, and it's easier to clean it out. I clean it out. Get out! Oh my Lord! You're trying my patience, goats. Come on, come on. What I was trying to say, so I don't take this door off in the summer because I don't need it. Put it on in the winter. It's just a little bit more insulation. Well, wind block anyway, for them. It does open, obviously, it's got hinges, so that we can clean it out. In midwinter or whatever, but it doesn't open all the way. Anyway, it does its job. This box is it is insulated. And they will hunker down in there when it gets really cold. Really cold. Hey, again, here we go. It's just, I don't even know what to do with you. Come on. I just can't, for 2 seconds. The goats could have their own channel. They're just, it's mischievous. Should have named one of them Loki. If you get that reference, we can be friends. starting to get windy. I have a feeling the weather's gonna get crappy. Chickens in the fresh compost, and I am completely fine with that. All right, you got to move. Come on. Come on. Don't panic. Come on, chicken. There you go. But I'm going to switch over to the forks. The forks on, I use those to mix it. Works pretty good. If you ever get a compact tractor, make sure you get a loader with the quick attach, the skid steer attach. Man, it makes changing implements easy. Well, unless you put the wood splitter in the way. One of the keys I've found for the compost to keep it cooking is to aerate it. Mix it like this fairly often. Well, I don't know, once every 3 to 4 weeks, I think. Not to mention it mixes your green and your browns. I'm no expert, but I've learned a lot. So hopefully that'll be a good enough mix to get it cooking, get it hot. If I can get it hot before it starts getting really cold out, I'm not going to keep it hot for at least the majority of the winter. Last year it froze, but I wasn't paying quite as much attention to it. Well, that's it for getting the garden ready for next year. Putting it to bed for the winter. There's a lot of work, but it's not rocket science for the most part. We've learned a lot about what works, what doesn't. We're getting better every year. Our harvest is getting a little bit better every year for most things. Still struggle on a few things, like, you know, heads of broccoli and cauliflower aren't as big as we'd like them to be, but we're getting it figured out. Alaska is a very special place to garden, that's for sure. Challenging, but it's fun. The compost coming along good. That's not the most glamorous thing to talk about, but it's a very necessary part of our garden. So all I have left for the most part is I'll drag the property with the box blade, just to make sure that all the bigger rocks and sticks are out of the way, so when I am blowing snow, I don't shear my shear pins, you know, every hour. That, and then I have a little bit more wood to cut and split for not this year, but for the following year. The wood pile is pretty much full, except for what I've already taken down for the house. We've been burning, you know, 2 fires a day most days. It's actually been quite warm for October, but yeah, I just got a little bit of this wood left to process for the following year, and then it's on to winter projects, and that's mostly stuff in the shop and in the house. So anyway, thanks for coming along. We'll keep you updated. We'll do a few videos during the winter to show you how ridiculous it can get. But anyway, thanks for watching.